Great. And of course, apart from this and looking apart from politics, of course, a focus on Kivumbi 2022 and a whole myriad on results. We'll be looking at business. There's the money maker. Just a bit of break from politics, maybe, for the farmers as well and for the business folks. We have the magazine. I think we have this. We'll have that page, and we'll just be talking to you about planning with small money. I think this week has been a bit slow, especially just looking at
you don't have. There's nothing as too little.
See how you can actually save and see what to do. More people are at home. Kids are at home right now. Schools are not open, so they can actually assist. That's on Smart Harvest. So we have that again on your copy of the Standard. Just pull-outs that will actually.
Smart Harvest has an interesting story.
Yeah.
It's sort of the comeback of traditional crops, adding value to them. Quite a lot of importance has been placed on this, as there's a lot of things happening with climate change.
Yeah.
So grab a copy of the Standard and get to know more about how you can value add cassava.
Well done, Henry Gedaiga, together with the rest of our teams that are out there. Of course, there we have the picture, Smart Harvest. I kicked out poverty using cassava power. Wow. It's quite different from, and of course, trying to really diversify and not only look at, maize farming and the usual.
We don't all have to plant maize.
Yeah.
We don't all have to eat maize.
Yeah.
But our traditional crops are resilient.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ways we can fight hunger in this country.
Okay.
So new seed varieties have been introduced that mature a bit faster. And then there's the value addition part of it, unga, crisps, that kind of thing that is making
Let's go back
farmers.
to the money maker, because I'm told we have that on the screen, and I know you picking up your hat as a business journalist. The money maker is planning with small money. Yeah. Why is this so important, especially at this time? I'm saying that because I was actually speaking to a few, entrepreneurs, and they're saying, you know what, Laban, it's a bit slow right now. Yeah. Everyone is just telling you, wait until the election. So you really have to, work with the little that you have for the next few days and weeks, if I may.
Well, I think we need to develop a savings culture, whether it's election time or not, and people need to start planning their future. And I think a lot of people wait till you have a lump sum to invest, but this story just tells you how you can start with a little money. Just set aside, maybe even, say if you are to set aside, say 100 shillings a month, at the end of the year, it's 1,200 shillings. May not sound like much, given the price of unga, but if you start like that every year you've been alive, without telling us how old you are, how much money would you have in your pocket?
Not mentioning, but the bit about savings culture for sure. I think there's also been a conversation about, on a larger scale, pension schemes and what have you as well. And of course, let's not forget, for the ladies, I'm sure the Eve magazine will be quite interesting. I don't want to be an expert into what is actually going to be the contents of it, but of course,
trapped in a happy marriage.
That will be quite interesting as well to just go through with the ladies and men, of course. I think
I'm sure next week
there's something for everyone.
Next week's Eve will be a bit better, because I think next week we can talk more about the women who've been elected.
Yes.
Machakos has delivered quite the number of women for all the seats. If you look at Nakuru, your home county,
yes, for sure.
There are about 14 seats, elective seats in Nakuru. And 7 of them went to women.
Sorry, just before I forget, on page 5 of the Standard, there's a story of the woman and son-in-law elected as ward reps in Nakuru County. I think that really stood out. And especially seeing that, you have, your mom-in-law there as well, serving the same team. That was quite interesting as well. Page 5, and congratulations. So on Eve, we focus on the elected women leaders from across.
Not Eve, I think for the rest of the week.
Okay.
It's a big topic. Nakuru will be big because, again, 14 elective positions, and 7 of them have gone to women.
Wow. Quite interesting. I think the race is all to State House.
Yes.
We should not forget that. So it's all systems go. Who's going to be the 5th? That's a question, of course. But top of mind, take the weekend off, just relax. Looking at, the paper, you have a myriad of what to actually can select. So Henry Gedaiga, economy editor, thank you very much for your time. And all the best, even as we continue to tally and make sense of the numbers.
Yes, as we wait for the next president to be announced, and his name will start with an R. That's all.
Quite interesting. I like that. All right, that's it from Hot Off the Press. Thank you very much. Over to you, Ken. As I promised, I have a copy for you, so worry not.
Thank you, Laban. I'm coming for it. And that is an interesting fact from Gedaiga. The next president of Kenya's name will start with an R, but that's not the only constant. The next president of Kenya comes from Karen too. You know that. All right, Laban, Clip, thank you so much. And Gedaiga, also the economy editor, and continue to thank you so much. All right, before I leave, because it's a few minutes.